Hey Leo, this is going to be your Will We Be Together reading for the month of April. This is a general love reading, so it's not going to resonate with every single Leo. If it resonates with you, wonderful, but if it doesn't, please feel free to check out your moon, rising, Venus sign, and I'll leave a timestamp in the comment section below for when the reading actually begins. I've already shuffled, so I'm just going to cut the deck, lay out the cards, and then I'll get started. Okay, Leo, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to read this side as your energy. Please keep in mind that energies can be reversed, so if the roles are reversed and you resonate more with this side, that's fine. Just switch the roles. So let's get started with your energy. It really feels like, Leo, that you've had either some time or some clarity or time to think about kind of what this relationship represents to you. It feels like you've had some conflict over this connection, especially in the past, because what you've been bringing is the Eight of Swords energy. So there's been some energy of you feeling more trapped in your thoughts about what to do and how to move in this connection. And right now you have a lot of clarity with this Ace of Swords energy, and it feels like right now what's most important to you is seeking happiness. Finding happiness within yourself with this Nine of Pentacles energy is kind of what you're hoping for in the future. And what's interesting with this coming up as what you want from this connection, to be honest with you, I feel like you're at a place where you want to be happy whether you're with this person or not. You're not relying on this person to provide happiness for you. You're at a place where you've already decided that you're going to be happy with or without this person. You've really gained a lot of self-love with this Nine of Pentacles energy, and I feel like you've done a lot of work to get to this place. Especially coming from this Eight of Swords energy to the Nine of Pentacles, you've done a lot of work. You've kind of overcome a lot and had a lot of realizations. And you're clear now, very, very clear on what it is that you want out of life in general and this connection. Now, for this other person, for your person, it really feels like, I'll be honest, they're kind of, they're in retreat mode. They feel like they have to step back and formulate a plan about how to proceed in this connection with you. I can tell that you are feeling very you're very content within yourself, and you don't mind being single or just without this person at this point. And this person clearly feels that energy coming from you. It's interesting because this person either held back in the past with this Four of Pentacles energy showing up here is what they brought to the connection. They either really held back in the past or tried to hold on to you too tightly, as one or the other. And right now, with this kind of energy that you're kind of exuding, you've got them in a position where they're in this Five of Swords energy. Now, this energy can be, especially with looking at a lot of these cards on this side, this energy can sometimes read as really, really selfish, self-serving, a little bit deceptive, and just kind of looking out for themselves. But what I really feel like is there's a little bit of plotting and planning going on with your person, because ultimately they want a new start with you with this Ace of Wands energy. Now this new start, I'll put this out there, and people won't like it, but I will say this, that this new start may strictly be a sexual reconnection with this Ace of Wands energy. That's especially with other cards that I'm seeing here on their side. But whether it is they want a sexual reconnection or they want a new start with this relationship that the two of you had, they feel like they can't approach it through the front door, if that makes sense. It's almost as if they feel like they have to come in through the back door, figure out a way to get back in either in your good graces or in your energy, especially if you're not talking to this person or you're limiting your communication with this person. But they're thinking of a master plan here, to kind of get back in your life. It feels like it's interesting because in the past, the way that you two perceived each other is really interesting, because the way you perceive them in the past is the Nine of Swords. So in the past, it feels like you, this person was almost kind of like a source of worry for you. I can tell that you really kind of either worried about them, their lifestyle, potentially, especially if there were issues with any kind of, they have a lot of sexual cards on their side, so if there's any kind of issues with sexual addiction, promiscuous behavior that wasn't consensual within your connection or relationship, that type of thing. But if it's not that, it really feels like you, this connection caused you a lot of worry, potentially because you just didn't know, especially if this person was holding back from you at times, or smothering. It could have been one or the other, but whatever it is, this connection caused you, they were a source of worry for you. That's how you perceive them. There was someone who caused you some kind of mental frustration and anguish and worry, and you felt like you had to worry about them or worry about where this, what this connection was going to manifest into. Now, the way they perceived you in the past was the Lovers. So it's clear here that they either felt that this was a destined connection, the two of you were destined to be in each other's lives, or that you were deeply in love with them, with this Lover's energy. I feel there is an energy of, especially with their cards, there's an energy of someone who could have possibly taken advantage of someone's love. So I feel like your person could have taken advantage of how either loving you were, attentive you were, giving you were, especially with the Lover's energy, because when you see this as how someone perceives you, they know that you love them. Like, you made it very, very clear with your, not just your words, your actions, just the connection. They could feel that. Now, the way that you perceive each other now, though, is interesting, because right now you perceive them as the Moon. The Moon is a very deceptive energy. So you may feel like you didn't get the truth from this person. There were a lot of lies. There was deception, or that there was something hidden. Always felt like you never quite got what it is that you needed from them, or got all the answers. There's an energy sometimes with the Moon where you perceive them as a person where you get some of the answer but not all of the answer, and so there's always something that you don't know, something that you're wondering about, and that could be why you kind of had some of these mental preoccupation and worry when it came to this person. I feel like you don't trust this person too, I'll be honest with you. There's something about this connection that you just do not trust. You both have major arcana with how you perceive each other. You both have a significant major arcana, so I can tell this is a significant connection for sure. Now, the way that they perceive you right now is the Temperance card. I feel like they have to be patient with you right now, because I can tell there's a drawback of energy, and they feel like, almost as if they feel like they can't make the wrong move with you. I feel like right now they perceive you as someone that would require them to utilize patience. They shouldn't move too quickly, shouldn't say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing. I also feel like strong for some of you, they've seen, and I don't know, like, how this connection, if you're, because there's some communication potentially here, but it feels like they perceive you as someone who's regained some kind of balance in their life with the Temperance card, especially if you've achieved some kind of clarity that exudes from your aura. So that's something that can be perceived and felt in the physical and spiritual. So they see that you've kind of found some balance in your life. Now, the doubts and fears here are interesting because you doubt, your doubts and fears card is the Lovers. I feel like you're at a place where you aren't so sure anymore. Gosh, the marrying here, but you're not quite so sure anymore whether this connection is meant to be. I mean, I feel like if you at some point felt like it was destined, you felt like maybe this connection was meant to be for that time, that period in your life. But now I feel like you're questioning a little bit whether or not this is the right person for you, or if this connection is meant to be, because you've gotten some kind of clarity. There's something that's really, especially on the spiritual level, there's something that's really kind of come in for you, because your external influence here is this is you. This is your energy. You've come in externally. This is ultimate clarity. I mean, your present energy is the Ace of Swords. That's clarity energy. And the Sun energy is also about clarity and happiness. You're achieving things in your life in other areas. You're happy in other areas. You've gotten a lot of spiritual clarity right now. And I feel like you're questioning whether, especially if you perceive them as the moon, if you're in this kind of Sun, Ace of Swords energy where it's all about clarity for you, you don't want anything that's ambiguous coming in with that moon energy. So you're just questioning whether this connection is going to bring true value to your life. Now for them, their doubts and fears is the Devil card. I think that potentially, especially if this person's displayed toxic behavior in the past, I feel like they're scared that their toxic behavior either will reemerge, or that again, there's a physical sexual aspect here. So they may have some anxiety about not being able to reconnect with you physically with this Devil card energy here. This is also that they feel so tied to you. I mean, look, these two cards being on top of each other are very significant to me. They feel very tied to you in a way. And I think that it really throws them off balance. And that's why they're kind of in this energy of like, I've got to formulate a plan to get this back. They feel very, very tied to you, and that feeling that they have, it makes them there's a real strong energy here of fearing they're not going to regain this connection that you had. There's something that happened here that kind of disrupted this connection, and they're really fearing that they're not going to be able to regain this connection you had, and that you'll always perceive certain either behaviors or them in a negative light. They don't want to be perceived as toxic, or that they can't add value to you. Now, externally for them, they have the Six of Pentacles here. So it feels like either they've been given some kind of, it feels like either they've either procured something or been giving something that they want to give to you. There's an energy here of them wanting to bestow something upon you with the Six of Pentacles energy. And it's something that they've bought something from you, ordered something from you. There's something, or for you, there's something that you really, really like, that they know that you like with the Six of Pentacles energy, that they feel like there's a strong energy of, they got reservations at your favorite restaurant. They got, do you understand what I'm saying? There's that energy of this plot that they're formulating. It required either speaking with someone that kind of gave them the hookup, like, oh, I know someone that works there, I can get you in there. Or, yeah, I know someone who who sells those. I can connect you. There's a strong energy of some kind of connection that happened where someone did a favor for them. That's going to help them try to kind of connect, try to get back in your energy. Now, the outcome card for the month, we have the Judgment card. And a lot of times this can talk about someone coming back into your life, a rebirth of a connection. I'll be honest with you, I want to clarify it because this can go two ways for me. A lot of times it can be, because the Judgment card is also a final decision being made, and I feel like whatever happens for you between Leo and this person, I really feel like this is going to be almost like a make or break month for you, where you kind of really determine exactly what the dynamics of this relationship are going to be, whether it's something that you even want to entertain anymore or not. It's kind of that energy of kind of like make or break. What is this Judgment card, please? Okay. A lot of major arcana coming out. Yeah, there's a lot of final decision making, and I feel like that's what it's going to be here. Leo, you're going to be making some strong determinations with this person about what position they're going to play in your life. I feel like the role that you're going to play, you're going to be the more dominant when it comes to how this relationship is going to proceed, with it coming up as the Emperor card. There's a strong energy here of you making a final decision, because the Emperor is a very strong, dominant, masculine energy. Leos are our masculine sign. So you're making a final decision here about this relationship. And I feel like it's going to be it's not going to be based on what this person wants. It's going to be based on what's going to make you happy. Your happiness is what you're prioritizing over anything else this month. I didn't mention here, now it could be a Sagittarius, Gemini energy, Capricorn energies here, as well as Aries. There's also a little bit of Pisces energy here, but very strong Gemini energy. It could also be another Leo. So I hope that was helpful, provided a little bit of clarity for you, Leo, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.